Hello guys, today we will talk about data exploration as part of first step. It is a first step in creating a machine learning model. So we're given a data, you would have to create a model, predictive model out from the data. So the first and very important part is the data exploration. So it allows us to understand the data and perform pre-processing methods and cleansing of the data so before we can design the model. So in here we'll use Jupyter Lab. It is an extension of Jupyter. So we will create a new notebook. So we'll do a little bit of tutorial also on how to use this notebook. And so this is a new we have a cell here, and just for convenience we'll just put a title here like data exploration. So this is just a text to mark down. And then the next cell is a code. So you can write your code here in Python. So Python, Jupyter Python is running as a backend of this notebook. And so we can comment out just for also for you know, to show how the comment in Python works. So commenting in Python, so we will import package. So you import the Python package. In data science, there's a common package that is very easy to use once you get to know the basic functions, and it is a very user friendly. If you're familiar with NumPy, this package is built on top of NumPy that allows us to uh, to structure your data and perform transformation and basic transformation of the data easily. So we would import pandas as if you haven't installed pandas in your Python, you can easily also install it, but it will not be covered in this tutorial. So now we have that package loaded. So we will load a data, which is in the CSV file here. The file is called house.csv. So we'll instantiate an object, a data frame. We call it df, and we read CSV file. So just pd.read.csv and the name of the file, which is house.csv. Shift enter. Then now the data is loaded. How do we know? We want to see the structure of the data. How does the data look like? So we will do basic checking of the data. We can do df.head, open close parentheses, and shift enter. Now it would show the first 5 rows of your data frame, your data or your data. It will show the columns as well, the name of the column, and the data, first five rows. And you'll see that there are 21 columns. So obviously you wouldn't see other columns here because it won't fit in our window. So we want to know about the columns itself, the information of the columns, how the data looks like in those columns. So we would do df info. It would show the basic or the information of the columns. So for example, in column ID, it is well, we have 21,000 rows, and it is in type, and the second is the date, which is an object. I'll go back to that later. And then the float, and the rest are floats and ends. So obviously this column date here is not in datetime. We have, well, object in pandas is also called string, but in pandas it's object, and obviously this is, we have to convert this column into a datetime format because this is in string. You can see here that in the column that it is on string. So with a format like year, column, day, then t as for time, and then hour, minute, and second. So we have to convert this column into a datetime format. To do that, we have df date, which is the name of the column. Then pandas has this built-in function to datetime. Then the name of the column, which is the date, and we pass the parameter format, which allows us to tell basically tells the pandas that our data is in this format. We would type percent year, percent capital Y, percent small m, and percent d small d, then t, because here we have t here after date, and then percent hour, which is in capital, percent m, percent s. There, you notice that the time formats here are in caps. So shift enter. Now you want to check the if date, check the values, and you see that it's in the right format now. It is year, month, and day. You can see that the column name is date with the length 21,613, and now the date type here is in datetime format 64. In another second. And now, the last thing I want to talk about is in data exploration, we have to also look at we have to check for missing values. So later on during pre-processing, we have to treat the missing values, either to drop them or perform some replaces them with values. Um, that will be covered in the next or the later tutorials. But for now, it is important to check if there are missing values. To do that, okay, let's have that missing check for missing values. And well, there pandas has also a built-in function for that, which is null. So it's gonna open close parenthesis and then sum all the null values and shift enter. And you see that our data is pretty clean, that it doesn't have any null values. So you see the columns here are all the columns have 0 null values. So that's it for today. Later we'll talk more about um, feature engineering, extract or creating or designing feature out from our data. I believe at this point the data is pretty clean and is really ready for the next step, which is feature engineering, which will be covered in the next tutorial. And I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check more about my other videos. And I hope to see you around next time. Thank you.